The UNESCO-designated Fundy Biosphere Reserve has been shaped by giant tides, making it one of the world's most unique places. This series explores some of its amazing hiking destinations. Located in New Brunswick along the Bay of Fundy coastline, the abundance of trails in this seaside landscape provides access to a wealth of amazing places. As the core area of the reserve, Fundy National Park is a hiker's paradise.
On an extreme low tide, Goose River empties into the Bay of Fundy. This inlet is located on the western border of Fundy National Park in the heart of the Biosphere Reserve. The mouth of this river valley is flanked by fortified rock bluffs created over 500 million years ago. These tough, metamorphic boulders resist the constant wear of the ocean waves. On their surface, a unique group of marine creatures thrive in this exposed intertidal zone. Various seaweeds, such as knotted wrack and rockweeds, lay strewn across the rocks, waiting to be lifted by the tide to form a floating submarine forest. Meanwhile, an uncountable number of barnacles tolerate the sun's rays and wait for the incoming tide to deliver tiny morsels of food to their cemented outposts. Many other crustaceans, mollusks, and fish will soon visit this area as the tide floods it with salt water. Sheltered behind the outer cliffs of the estuary lays a massive cobblestone barrier beach. Most of the stones and pebbles accumulated in this 3-story tall mound were originally deposited here by ancient glaciers. Above the normal tidal range is a sensitive yet resilient community of plants. American beech and dune grasses are found here, as are many flowering plants, and all are well suited to this windy and partially saline environment. Over time, backcountry campers seeking shelter have made windbreaks from the rocks found along the top of the beach. Occasionally, storm surges will wash over the barrier beach, depositing new sediment and driftwood into this ecosystem. Storm debris can take a different form on this beach. These tiny lichens are normally only found growing on trees and deadwood, and were likely propelled to the beach during an intense storm. British soldier, reindeer, and shield lichens can all be found hidden deep in the vegetation. Behind the barrier beach is a calm intertidal estuary where sediments have accumulated to form mudflats. This expansive area, combined with the steep vertical cobble beach, makes Goose River one of the best places on the Bay of Fundy to experience the reach and power of its world-famous tides. When the tide turns, the river's flow reverses and this entire valley is transformed. Within hours, the seafloor becomes a brimming estuary. Beach campsites, positioned just meters away from the tide's furthest reach, provide an excellent vantage point to watch this astounding conversion. Although the briny water only reaches the top of the estuary for a few hours a day, it's enough to restrict the plants that can survive here. Gutweed is a form of algae that flourishes in this alternating fresh and saltwater current. The estuary also provides habitat for other colorful inhabitants, such as this elegant sunburst lichen. This impressive colony is well established here, and in many parts of its range, it can live for centuries. Above the estuary, in the freshwater portion of the watershed, a red spruce-dominated, old-growth fog forest covers the steep slopes. This shady forest is home to the oldest known red spruce in the world. This tree started growing before Europeans colonized Atlantic Canada over 465 years ago. Its slow growth is partially due to the persistent fog found here, and is a good example of how the Bay of Fundy's influence extends over all aspects of this amazing place.